Howdy ho, y'all. 57 here. We're going to be having our week 3 battle in the Ultimate Trainers League. This week we're facing off against KC and the San Antonio Shedinjas. Quick housekeeping note. I realized after I posted my Spanic videos I faced him twice. I did not link his channel either time, so I'm going to link his channel twice in the description to make up for that. I'm sorry. He's a great guy, good battler. And he says, "What's poppin', fams? Check him out." So now that that's out of the way, we're not facing him again. We're facing KC. KC has a scary team. He has a lot of 4x weaknesses. He's got Magnezone. He's got Landorus T. He's got Gastrodon, Gligar. He's got not a 4x weakness, but still scary, Necrozma. He has Mega Diancie. He has Toxicroak is another 4x weak. And that just does a ton of work to our team. He's got a lot of things. But anyway, the point is, like, it's not like the 4x weak strategy is in some ways, like, if it's not done well, it's easily exploitable. But the way Casey did it, I think, is incredibly brilliant, actually, because it creates a lot of 50-50s in prep, not just like on the you can only bring one hidden power thing, but because he has a lot of overlapping roles. Like, I need to determine, like, is he going to try to wreck me with, like, Lando? Is he going to bring, how many ground types is he going to bring this week? How many, like, as far as assumptions, I would assume he brings, like, Mega Diancie and Magnezone. That combination is just too good. Toxicroak rips through my team. I mean, that thing is literally just perfect against my team. So I just need to be smart. Oh, he has Arcanine. And that's just in general pretty good. Like, an offensive Arcanine could do a lot of work to my team, but the general philosophy in our league is like using Arcanine defensively. So that's kind of like some of the general ideas, some of the general mindset I had when building for KC. Here we have a bulky Starmie. I went through a number of stages, and there's always, like, initial team building, like the question of whether to run Starmie offensively or bulky. And I had, like, a Life Orb, Grass Knot Starmie to catch Gastrodon. But the thing is, Gastrodon's light. It's freaking only, like, it gets you only a 60 base power Grass Knot, and that's a 2-hit KO. And that means he can, like, recover stall me, like. So, and if he's Rindo Berry, he takes, like, maybe 25%, gets, like, chip damage or, like, a toxic or something, and it's actually, like, it's fucking weird. Like, you feel like any grass move, like, just, any grass move one-shots Gastro. Not quite true. So I decided, like, that actually wasn't worth it, and I felt like a bulky Natural Cure Starmie does really well against his team. It avoids any, like, kill from Toxicroak. I gave the Starmie a good leftovers number, which is a thing that, like, I decided to do sometimes. I actually remember to have leftovers instead of, like, sticking a leftovers number and then deciding, you know what, I'm going to change it to, like, a berry or something, because I've done that before. But anyway, leftovers number, speed creep for Mega Diancie, Hydro Pump because that gets a lot of important kills on his team, and I went Psychic because, oh yeah, he has a Moongus as well. So, like, that, like, I figured he'd run a physical defensive Amoonguss if he was to bring that at all. So anyway, that was the first member of our team. Starmie's a good, like, linchpin, a good Glumon. And yeah, a good rapid spin because he has hazard stacking options. We decided to bring Miss Jill Stein, coming off her failed but noble 2016 campaign and subsequent attempts to get recounts going. She's been a little down in her luck, guys. but I think she's looking for a comeback. We got. I'm running the rare. When I run Rose Red, I normally run an Astral Cure set, and I really wanted to run Spikes, but I got convinced to run Sleep Powder because it gives a lot of offense and a lot of setup opportunities for my team, as you'll see down the road. But yeah, I went for the Technician Hidden Power Ground because that gets Magnezone, that gets Arcanine, that gets a lot of neutral hits on his team. And I got Extra Sensory for the 4 times hit on Toxicroak, and I got Giga Drain. Gets me a lot of, gets me Gastrodon, gets me Lando, a lot of other sexy hits. Like, this thing just ultimately just has a lot of room for me being able to make I can make a middle ground play on any member of his team with this set. I just ran enough speed to outspeed a max speed Toxicroak, and the rest in HP. Yeah, basically very sexy set, very sexy gal, that Jill Stein. Yeah, moving on. We have ourselves Como-O, which I didn't manage to really get to work the way I wanted to last match. But I want to use its versatility. I want to bring a special set. Since I brought a physical set last time, I want to keep people on their toes. So Rock Polish, Life Orb special set. This set actually pretty much 2-hit KOs everything on his team, barring Clinging Scales will miss out the 2-hit KO on a absolutely max Spadef Gastrodon. But that is just about it as far as like the 2-hit KOs I miss on when I got a Rock Polish up. I have Overcoat, so I could come in on Amoonguss Spores. I could actually, if he brings Amoonguss, that is pure setup fodder for Como-O. So that's really good, making a key wall of his a liability. Very interested in that in general. Yeah, I didn't feel like I needed to run a Timid Nature to get like the jump on to speed tie with Toxicroak, or to get the jump on Arcanine or anything like that, since the goal is to get to +2 and to just just smack things. Base 100 is not really all that impressive. It's good, but since I may be relying on coverage moves like a good bit, yeah. So that's that. I didn't go Fighting Stab because I didn't want to risk misses, and Flamethrower hit just as many, in fact, more things. All right, next slot was deliberation on who we'd have as our rock setter, Miltank or Steelix. Miltank gave me a decent Lando switch in, a good Arcanine answer, but I already kind of had Arcanine answer and kind of way just to play around this with Starmie plus Como-O. But I opted for Mega Steelix because Magnezone runs all over my team if I don't have it. That's just and it's weird because this could be something like Magnezone can trap, and a spec set could do a kill with HG Fire. But that is admittedly situational, and that's admittedly like him banking very hard on this coming. I mean, he could run like a Magnet Rise, but then he wouldn't get a 2-hit KO on this, and I could Dragon Tail him out. Ice Fang is nice for both of his flying ground types as like a lure. It gets a 2-shot on Landorus, or at least on offensive Landorus sets, and it gets me good ship damage on Gligar, and Gligar is not really doing much back. I ran a pretty standard Steelix spread. Yeah, this is kind of like the 6 Mon slot, and just kind of wind up here. By the way, we got Scyther. Now Scyther is what I intend as. I got Steel Wing as a Mega Diancie lure, and I want this kind of as a, like, if I need a Toxicroak switch in. Like, this is pretty much it. This is like the kind of what I can lean on, and it's not exceptional, but it gets the job done. Eviolite makes it bulky. Um, yeah, I like Scyther. I think it's very underrated in League. I think people look at like the Rock's weakness and don't look seriously at pre-evolutions as much as they should. But yeah, I hope this. I'm hoping for this to do me necessary work. This is to get the jump on max speed Lando. So new turn, and finally Weavile. Obviously, someone with 2 ice weaknesses, an Eviolite user with Necrozma as like a linchpin of their team is going to be a bit Weavile weak. I decided to forego like running a cheeky Metal Claw for Dynasty because I wanted like low kick as Magnezone coverage. I need knockoff. I need Icicle Shard and Ice Crash. So I need all this. Ran pretty standard. I don't need like running HP in Weavile is just like I could just run for speed creeps, but then what's Weavile doing with the HP? Like, come on, guys. You don't need to be that zesty all the time. So that's the overview of the team. The team you wanted to bring was Arcanine, Gastrodon, Toxicroak like we expected, Kyurem, which I forgot to mention, but he has, and I didn't quite realize like how threatening that was to my team. It's pretty threatening. Um, he brought the Necrozma, of course. Didn't bring Mega Diancie. Didn't bring Landorus, which I was mortally terrified of. Like I don't have, as you see, I don't have like a real switch in. Like Starmie kind of. But yeah, and then Gligar. So anyway, we're going to jump right into the battle here. He leads off with Kyurem. I expected him to go for, I don't remember what lead I expected him to go for. Either like Necrozma, because Necrozma got rocks. He defogs. I think this is a part of my game where like I hate defogged Gligar and defogged Gliscor. So I basically like never expect him to run. So I wanted to go right for rocks to like take advantage of like what I thought was his lack of defog. But he has defog. I missed the Ice Fang. That's unfortunate there. That wouldn't have killed by any means, but it would have been nice and valuable chip damage. So I decided to go out. Just decided to get pressure with Starmie. Roserade can come in pretty freely on like any Gastrodon move, any Gastrodon set. I get Sleep Powder expecting him to switch out. He is of course ballsy as fuck. Casey he is. I go for a Giga Drain. It doesn't do much to cure him, and I struggle a little bit for switch-ins. He got a crit there. That's unfortunate. I don't know why he switched out. I don't know why he didn't like stay and maybe expected me to double out. But he went zesty there. I went for Earthquake. I caught his Arcanine, but that didn't do much. Just pausing it to catch up a little bit here. Went to Como because I felt like that takes pretty good advantage of Arcanine. Even if he's like a bulky Willow set, because I'm special, I can handle anything, take any hit. So yeah, get my switch in Como. He goes into Gligar. I know he's not going to have like, if he has Aerial Ace, that's not going to do that much. Get a Clinging Scales off. That's a nice 70% there, guys. 70%. So anyway, blast this thing. We see he's max Spadef. I just go in for damage here. Yeah, we get really worn down by Toxic. I go for Flash Cannon like to try to make kind of a middle ground play to protect the switch, or figuring that would finish him off anyway. Unfortunately, it doesn't, and that really sucks. But yeah, he gets the recover off. Yeah, we get Roserade in there. We get to sleep his Gligar. And now we get to go. Now he goes back into Kyurem. We decide not to predict. We're just kind of feeling it out. Roserade does a lot for us. And alright, so there we got Steelix tanking a Draco. We just sack it. So he's at reduced special attack. So we can just go into Weavile pretty safely, even if he's like a Scarf set or something. So yeah, get a low kick. That does not do much to Arcanine, and he's got a Rocky Helmet. So there we go. He's clearly bulky 9 at this point. Go star me, doubled out to kind of gauge if he had wild charge on Arcanine. He had Rindo Berry Mirror Coat, guys. And that was like my prediction there. Like that saved me a lot. Like me over predicting him, like saved me taking way more damage. Like I think because he was max Spadef, he may have lived a Giga Drain and would have bopped Roserade right there. So like I should have figured like he was a Rindoberry. I didn't feel like Rindoberry really did Gastrodon like any good in this matchup, but yeah, he had a different mindset about that, and that could have been really bad. So anyway, he goes back out into Carrier Room, catches the Giga Drain because I figure just go for it. His Carrier Room's getting worn down. He goes for a Draco. I take a metric ton from that. I figure out, well, he's scarfed. This is a good thing to know now. That we have some confirmation on that. So yeah, he gets reduced damage there, so I'd be able to get this Roserade. I don't get the kill on Gligar there, but you sleep, so I'm able to get to full. I go for a middle ground extra sensory that basically hit all his team. And yeah, oh, that's when he revealed the Rindoberry. I'm sorry, I called that early, guys. But yeah, Rindoberry, as you see, did not help him at all there. But I mean, 31%. So like, if he was at full, who knows? Or if he was close to full, who knows? I don't know. I don't like, running like. I don't know. That would have been a very good set had it worked out. But yeah. We know we outspeed this Arcanine, especially because he's Vulcanine, and we would have outsped him using Max anyway. So we go for a Hidden Power Ground. He gets a Sucker Punch because he probably figures we got speed. I go for an extra sensory. Nice middle ground, nice kill. So Roserade so far has all the kills on the team. And we're about to see here, like he got that crit on the Steelix earlier. I don't know that didn't matter too much. And but here he misses a Draco. That is highly unfortunate for him. I mean, it happens at some point, but man, that is rough. He got his Kyurem slept, which is the biggest threat to my team right now. So I go to Scyther. I get to grab some free momentum with a U-turn. Scyther got to do a thing. I am reasonably happy about that. Go into Miss Jill Stein here. Hidden Power Ground. Goes for the Sunny Day. I think he got a little greedy there. I land another Hidden Power. Giga Drain. I don't know why Giga Drained. I could have just kept spamming Hidden Power Ground and just killed anything. But yeah, I blow this back. And then, so now, I think I would say Jill Stein definitely made up for having a rough 2016 by 6-0ing a team in 2017. So, congratulations, ma'am. Congratulations. That is a nice 3-0 victory for us. All at the hands of this lovely lady here. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you stay tuned. Check out Spanic. Check out KC. I don't know if KC has a channel. If he has one, I will find it, and I will be diligent about that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Stay woke.